We went to the Licensing Expo in Las Vegas, and let me just tell you something. If you're building products or launching brands or trying to win at retail at all in any way, you need to understand one thing. Licensing isn't an add-on or afterthought anymore. It's the entire game. When you walk that show floor and feel the energy behind the major licenses, my girl Peppa.
Oh, no.
Every major studio, every major character, it's immediately obvious that these guys all understand one thing, that attention is expensive, but trust takes years and community takes even longer. Licensing allows brands to bend time. Let me explain what that means. A recognizable character, a beloved franchise, a powerful piece of history can instantly inject a product with an emotional connection. And suddenly consumers aren't discovering something new, they're reconnecting with something they already love. That's power. That's leverage, that's licensing. And to understand why licensing is so effective, you have to first consider the psychology. Think about walking through a retail store and looking at a generic backpack and a backpack with some familiar faces like Paw Patrol. Which one gets noticed first? Which one will you pick up? Which one earns my attention in those first 3 seconds when I look at it? This answer matters because at the consumer level, you're competing in milliseconds. Licensing gives products something almost impossible to manufacture: recognition, familiarity, and emotional equity. An audience already infused into the product, communities that already exist, fandom and fanatics with undeniable obsession. You're no longer building awareness, you're entering the market with full speed, and momentum in this race changes everything. Licensing Expo isn't just a trade show, it's where giants collide. Studios, retailers, inventors, brand builders, manufacturers, deal makers rubbing elbows, exploring new ideas, mapping out the next 3 to 5 years of product development, partnerships and distribution, exploring the next big thing that consumers are going to be obsessed over. This is where billion-dollar opportunities start the conversation and where IP meets execution. But here's what's changing, and changing really fast. The licensing used to belong to studios and revolve around movies, TV shows, traditional entertainment, but not anymore. Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, all front and center. Because suddenly platform power matters now more than ever. Sure, the IP matters, but distribution matters even more. The audience isn't just watching, they're buying. Creators are suddenly media companies with complete product ecosystems. A YouTube community today can become a retail audience tomorrow. And thus, suddenly, the line between media and platform and community and commerce is disappearing. So how does a licensing deal actually work? Obviously, every deal is different and can be structured a million ways to Tuesday, but let's just run through an example. Let's say there's a guy and he wants to get kids excited about science, and he invents this really cool science kit. He sources some parts from China, puts a kit together, and he brings it to a trade show and puts it in front of buyers. And everyone tells him the same thing. Cool product, bro, but everybody's got a science kit. I already buy science kits. What makes yours so special? And suddenly it clicks to him that the answer maybe isn't about changing the product, but changing the connection that people will have with the product. So the wheels start turning and he's thinking, who is a trusted name in science? Who do both parents and kids love and admire in the science space? Who maybe has an audience that's already established or built in? Now let's say, for example, the guy calls up, I don't know, Bill Nye the Science Guy and says, hey, Bill, let's build something cool together. I'll give you $100K up front, known as the MG or the minimum guarantee, and let's say 10% on every unit sold, known also as the royalty. The upfront guarantee now gives Bill, or the licensor, the security to engage in business on this project, making it worth their time to take a risk on a project. And the licensee, the guy, you, are now financially committed to driving that product forward to succeed. And now imagine the same guy comes back the next year to the same trade show, except now it's not just another science kit. It's the Bill Nye the Science Guy science kit. Let's say the item gets into Costco. Let's say sells hundreds of thousands of units. Families now instantly connect with it. Retailers understand it. Consumers trust it. And let's say that guy goes on to win Toy of the Year with that item. That guy was me. And that was my first licensing deal. Fast forward today and we hold over a dozen licenses, including National Geographic, ESPN, and Star Wars. And I can't even begin to explain to you how exhilarating it is to collaborate at this magnitude, to build products with incredible partners, to develop experiences that families will actually remember, and to create memories for kids that bring them joy. That's the power of licensing, not borrowing attention, but building something bigger than you could build alone. If you have any questions about licensing, please feel free to reach out to me and my team. I'm Steve Rad. Holler at your boy.